Ferrari, let's highlight them. They're reaching a new peak, as they do in this podcast. They reach a peak and then they drop. So in Silverstone, do not place bets on Lewis Hamilton getting that 10th win.
Are y'all placing bets on F1? Let us know. Just let us know. I'm just curious.
He doesn't need another gambling value.
Look, I'm very responsible with my gambling. Okay. And I do it legally. FanDuel can't sponsor us. We're in Texas.
Sure.
Nevertheless, I do mine legally. I'm just curious for our listeners. Do you bet on Formula One? And if you do,
don't give him a parlay.
What's out there?
Don't give this man parlays. I
don't need parlays. I just need a little.
He needs to pay rent. Look, a new floor in Austria was a big deal for Ferrari. Shot them up the field. P3, P4 finish. Just about 20 seconds behind the McLarens, which, considering the day, everybody was miles behind you guys. So good result. Charles Leclerc getting his third podium of the season, had other podiums in Saudi Arabia as well as Monaco, which pretty fitting for Charles. P4, I think, is the best result for Lewis Hamilton in a feature race this season outside of the sprint. I do believe so. Outside of the sprint win in China. So a really strong weekend overall for Ferrari. Overall, what do I think? Man.
Didn't they bring upgrades going into Austria or no?
This has been, that's the floor that I was just mentioning. So they have begun an upgrade package. It looks like they found some time. How stable is this? The same thing I'm going to say about Ferrari I've said about Mercedes when they won in Canada, right? Is it a trend or is this just one weekend? We're going to find out a lot. Obviously, they're going to be doing everything they can to make Lewis as happy as possible at his home Grand Prix. They got some cool new hats going for this Grand Prix.
They do have cool hats.
Roscoe's back for this Grand Prix, which is going to be fun for the fans.
Hey, shout out Roscoe. Media.
Yeah.
Pushing through.
Yeah.
He produced the F1 movie. We'll talk about that.
He was the heart and soul behind the F1 movie.
He had like 2 seconds.
But
we'll get to it.
Look, they've got a really good base now, though. And this is a good, strong result for Ferrari. The reality is, can you stack this up? They've been kind of, from what I understand, like about 50-50 on this 2025 car and then what they're putting forward into the next regs in 2026. They're only 1 point ahead of the Mercedes in the P2 fight because McLaren are so damn far ahead. Mercedes, as far as, the question I wanted to ask, do you think that Ferrari can take this result moving forward to effectively the second half of the season? Do we think that Ferrari are going to be able to actually fight for this P2?
I do believe that Ferrari can fight for the P2, especially if they're still working on the car and they're still looking for upgrades. I know that Lewis isn't entirely happy with what they've got going on right now.
Oh, you don't think he's happy?
Well, I mean, he's kind of sitting there. He's like praying to the car.
Brother, he's looked so depressed this year.
He doesn't understand what an upgrade is when people ask him about it. Like, he's not very thrilled with this car. This is not what he pictured in his move to Ferrari for sure. But I do think that they can continue to contend and fight for second place in the constructors.
I think that they're going to have the opportunity to get some wins this year. Ferrari are always kind of in the position where a good weekend's going to go their way. I think they're very similar to Mercedes in the sense that as far as a feature race win is concerned, they're hanging around the rim. You know what I mean? They might need a break to go their way. Like if a McLaren has a bad setup that week, maybe it doesn't fit the characteristics of the Papaya team. It goes the way of Ferrari, right?
We have seen a weekend where McLaren didn't absolutely dominate. Or destroy.
And it happened in Canada. Yeah. And Mercedes got their first win of the season. And there have been other times this year where they've lost. Like Max Verstappen had a fantastic drive in Japan, right? Got that win. McLaren have not dominated across the board. Constructors wise, yes, but as far as week in, week out race performance, like,
there's still doors left.
We still don't know who's going to win every week.
There's still doors
which is the hallmark of a fun season,
for sure. I mean,
we're having a really good year.
This has been great.
But as far as the case for yes, I think that Ferrari, with the good results, you cannot count out this duo. Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, they're two of the most talented drivers on the grid, arguably.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. You got a 7-time world champion. Yeah, 7 championships between these guys. Charles obviously has his fair share of podiums and wins. And with Kimi Antonelli likely going to have some more moments this year, it's probably going to keep that window open for Ferrari to stay within P2. As far as I don't think that Mercedes are the second or the third slowest car or the third fastest car, excuse me, is a better way of putting it. I think that overall performance wise, Mercedes are still the second fastest car this season.
I'm not arguing with that.
Yeah. So as far as keeping that window open, as much as Kimi,
do you think that do you think at any point Ferrari could become the second fastest car?
I don't think that they're quite as close to Mercedes across every kind of format.
So then you're just thinking, if you're a Ferrari, you just continue to drive, continue to fight, and wait for a Kimi slip up or a George slip up, and
so far having Kimi slip up is the entire reason why they're even in P2 at this point.
Yeah,
because Kimi's been able to hang as far as the performance is concerned. Far as the driving is concerned, he's been able to hang with Lewis and Charles, with the Ferrari being a little bit slower.
Yeah, he's just been having some rookie mistakes.
Again,
moments.
You can't rely on the spontaneity of those to keep
Another big word.
Oh, yeah. You can't rely on the spontaneity of those moments for Antonelli to continue to happen for a second place in the constructors. George has been one of the most consistent drivers this season in terms of top 5 results as well. Mercedes are doing this while putting about 60% of their resources into next year's car. Technical director, and I think Andrew Shovlin, as well as James Allison, have basically said they're not completely done with the 2025 car. They're going to continue to bring upgrades as well. As far as overall performance, I just want to see a trend from Ferrari. I want to see this I want to see this connect across multiple Grand Prix weekends, the same way that I want to see Mercedes win across multiple Grand Prix weekends. Possibly not going to happen unless McLaren have some issues, but nonetheless, we need to see a trend. But so far, it's a good sign. And it makes things exciting when Ferrari are fighting towards the front. It just does.
For sure.